Hey, Michelle. It's good to see y'all, family. Tap that screen so we can get some likes so people can hear this word this morning. What's up with your excitement? Miss Goody. Good morning, Miss Goody. Hey, Ray. The Kimbe. Good morning, my sister. Good morning. It's good to see you, Sister Brandy. Hi, bro. Good morning. Honeydew. Good morning. Trill. What's up, baby? Cooper. Good morning. Good morning. It's good to see y'all. Hey, Tanisha. Tap that screen so we can get some likes so people can hear this word. We don't want money, we just want ears. Morning, Jones. Devon, Patricia. Look at the family. It's good to see you, Brandy. I hope you had a great weekend, all y'all. It's good to see all y'all. Benaiah. Jimbo, good morning, good morning. Tap away, family, tap away, double tap. We got 200, 300 people in there, tap away. You got that right, Jose. And as hell is for a lot more people out there too. You got that right. Tap away, family. Let's get these lights up so we can get some people in here this word. Tap, tap, tap. Pad and pen, King James Version Bible, please. Pad and pen, King James Version Bible, please. Morning, Cornbread. I'm your brother, Cornbread. Thanks for the flowers. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Fables and Truth. Welcome to our family, our house, where we love to read the words of God. We love to edify brothers and sisters who seek in the words of truth by reading it to them. So get you a pad and a pen and a King James Version Bible so we can start reading to you. Okay? Let's get it. Let's get it. Pad and pen, King James Version Bible, please. Tap, tap, tap. Good morning, Demilias. What's up, Tracy? Good morning, Sister Demilias. Kevin. Kevin, you got a lot of praying to do. Don't worry about it. When one window God closed, he opened up many doors. You pray and you follow those commandments no matter what happens. Good morning, Lakita. Good morning, good morning. Let's let the family get in here. A few more family members get in here. We're going to get started. It's good to see y'all this morning on Tuesday morning. Another week of grace has been exhibited. God is truly good. We still here, 6th month of the year of 2023. We still here. We still reading together. I love you guys dearly. Thank you for reading with me, all 379 of y'all. Good morning, Jay. Josh Green, good morning. Good morning. Marvin, good morning, brother. Long time, long see. Tap, tap, tap away, family. Tap, tap, tap. Pad and pen, King James Version Bible, please. Let's get started, family. Good morning, Kim H. Let's get started. Everyone bow your heads. Bow your heads. Father God, we come before you this morning to ask for knowledge, understanding, and wisdom of everything we're about to hear and everything we're about to read so that we can apply it to our life and share it with others, all as we ask in the name of your Son, Jesus. Amen. Good morning from Massachusetts. Open your books up to 1 Timothy. Open your books up to 1 Timothy, family. Let's get started. Let's start reading this morning. It's good to see y'all. It's really good to see y'all reading. Everybody in good health. We here again. Let's get them out, family. 1 Timothy. Let's get them out. We want 1 Timothy, family. Let me know when you get over there. 1 Timothy. Hi, bro. You ready already? You got over there that quick? 1 Timothy, let's get them out. All these people don't belong in this house. If you don't belong in Fables and Truth, please leave. We don't like discord. But if you want to read with us this morning, please feel free to stay. 1 Timothy chapter 5. Let me know when you get over there, family. Zach, you over there already? Come on, Zach. Big Josh, you over there? Habro over there? 1 Timothy chapter 5. We want verses 1 and 2. Let's read it to them. Rebuke not an elder, but entreat him as a father, and the younger men as brethren, the elder women as mothers, the youngers as sisters, with all purity. Put this on your paper. Take care of the elders. We're talking about the elders this morning. Taking care of your elders. Taking care of your elders, taking care of the ancients. This is what we're talking about this morning. Put that on your paper. Taking care of the ancients. Taking care of the elderly. This is very important in the Christian walk. This is religion. That's very important in your Christian walk. It's about to get hot. It's about to be summertime. And some of y'all got old folks in your family who you do not take a wink at. You need to go check them. Make sure they got air conditioner. Make sure they hydrated. And on top of that, sit down and talk to them. That's where you get your knowledge from. Let's get them out. Let's read it to them again. 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 1 and 2. We're talking about the elderly this morning. What are we going to do about that? I'm almost the elderly. I'm 50 years old. And by the looks of this generation, they have no respect. They do not respect old folks. And that's one of the most important things of being a Christian. 1 Timothy chapter 5, we want verse 1 and 2. Let's read it to him again. Rebuke not an elder, but entreat him as a father, and the younger men as brethren, the elder women as mothers, the younger as sisters, with all purity. Help little old ladies across the street. Check out the elders in your neighborhood. Make sure they got fans and food. Head over to Proverbs. Let's get them out. This is very important. You got a whole generation. These young people don't care. They'll knock you over. You'll be 70 years old just trying to get to the mailbox and they'll knock you right over. And they don't understand that's toast. You're automatically a piece of toast. Let's give them information so they won't become toast. Proverbs chapter 11. Let's get them out. Let's let some of these goofies leave. Proverbs chapter 11. Let me know when you get over there. Proverbs chapter 11. Thank y'all for reading with me, all 877 of y'all. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. You there, Greg? Let's read it to him, Greg. Let's read it to him this morning. Proverbs chapter 11. Proverbs chapter 11. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 14. Listen closely. Where no counsel is, the people fall, but in a multitude of counselors, there is safety. Meaning, if you're a young man and you need advice, my advice to you, do not get advice from people who is your peers. If you're 18 and trying to figure out your life and want to do, don't go to an 18-year-old and ask for advice. That's what your elders are for. That's what they sitting up there for, to give you advice, to guide you. Why would you get advice from somebody your same age with the same mindset you got? Doesn't make sense. This big old Bible is set up for generation after generation after generation. For some people to keep going on with this. The word of God is missing whole generations. This whole generations don't know about the lake of fire. They're running around doing whatever they want to do because the elders ain't took the time to let them know, hey, brother, that's not a way to go. That's not godly. What you gonna do? When you gonna take the time to help these young people get right spiritually? Telling these young ladies, cover your body up. That nasty old man is looking at your body and he's drooling. You 17. Look at that old man looking at you, how you want to do you. They're not saying it. These young girls is talking about sugar daddies. What? Sugar daddies. That means they want an old man to, pay their bills and do all this for what's between their legs. If you need counsel, if you got old heads in your family, talk with them. Get advice from them. You understand these things? Let me give you an example. Have for the First Kings. Let's give them out. We ain't even got to talk about it. We got this big old Bible. Head over to First Kings. Let's get them out. First Kings chapter 12. Let me know when you get over there. You there, Tracy? First Kings chapter 12. You there? Tap that screen so we can get some lights. Tap, tap, tap. Shed alive. We want people to know it's summertime, y'all. Y'all the Christians, man. The saints. Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace. Ain't no lazy Christians up in here. You got work to do. You got to have your eyes all over the place for God. Taking care of the youth. Taking care of the elders. And on top of that, you got to take care of yourself so that you won't burn. Let's do it right. 1 Kings chapter 12. We want the entire chapter. Let's read it to him. Come on, Brandy. Let's read this to him. I love you so much, sister. Let's give it to him, Brandy. Who else supposed to read this with me? Come on. 1 Kings chapter 12. 441 people in here. Tap that screen so we can get some lights. Shed alive and sit back and let me read this to you. Get you a snack. Doritos. A beef Slim Jim. Snap it to a beef Slim Jim. Popcorn. Now later. Chico sticks. Let me read this book to you this morning. We're talking about the elders. Talking about the elders. Some of y'all got elders in your family that they need your help. Some of y'all got these elders getting checks and the people just taking their money. Some of these elders is going to these churches and preacher pastor plate is taking all their money. When are you going to step in and watch out for the affairs of your elders in your house without having a snake-like heart, trying to see what you can get from them before they pass? Let's get it. Information. When do you want information? Who do you get information from? Let's get it. 1 Kings chapter 12, entire chapter. And Rehoboam went to Shechem, for all Israel would come to Shechem to make him king. And it came to pass when Jeroboam the son of Nebat, who was yet in Egypt, heard of it, for he was fled from the presence of King Solomon, and Jeroboam dwelt in Egypt, that they sent and called him, and Jeroboam and all the congregation of Israel came and spake unto Rehoboam, saying, Thy father made our yoke grievous. Now therefore make thou the grievous service of thy father and his heavy yoke which he put upon us lighter, and we will serve thee. Now here you got the people coming over to the king saying, your father Solomon used to blast us, bro. Now if you lighten up his yoke from what he did, we'll serve you with all our heart. Now let's see what happened. And he said unto them, Depart yet for 3 days, then come again to me. And the people departed. And King Rehoboam consulted with who? Who did he consult with? For this, when the people came to Rehoboam saying, man, your dad Solomon had a tight noose on our neck. Please lighten it up and we're going to serve you. Now he said, go for 3 days and let me get some counseling, okay? And King Rehoboam consulted with the old men. This is what we're talking about. That stood before Solomon his father while he yet lived, and said, how do you advise that I might answer this people? So the King Rehoboam is in good faith. He's doing a good thing. He went to the old heads. He went to the ones that was running it with Solomon and tried to get information and advice from them. Now watch what the old brothers tell this man. And they spake unto him, saying, If thou wilt be a servant unto this people this day, and will serve them and answer them and speak good words to them, they will be thy servants forever. Now listen closely. Now Rehoboam ain't too smart. He sort of is a goofy. Listen to what his goofy self did. But he forsake the counsel of the old man. He ain't listened to the elders at all. which they had given him, and consulted with the young men that were grown up with him and which stood before him. So now he went with his homies. He ain't listened to the old heads. He started listening to his homies, the young people. Okay? And he said unto them, what counsel give ye that you may answer this people who have spoken to me, saying, make the yoke which thy father did upon us lighter? And the young men that were grown up with him spake unto him, saying, thus shalt thou speak unto this people that spake unto thee, saying, thy father made our yoke heavy, but make thou it lighter unto us. Thus shalt thou say unto them, my little finger shall be thicker than my father's loins. So now he's more gruesome than Solomon. From old head. He didn't even listen to the old heads. He listened to the young men, and the young men gave him this advice to make things worse. And now whereas my father did lay you with a heavy yoke, I will add to your yoke. My father has chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions. You hear this? Now the old man gave him great advice. Said, man, listen to their words, do what they ask you to do, and they're going to serve you forever. He didn't want to hear that. So Jeroboam and all the people came to Rehoboam the third day, and the king had appointed, saying, come to me again the third day. And the king answered the people roughly, and forsook the old men's counsel that they gave him, and spake to them after the counsel of the young men, saying, my father made your yoke heavy, and I will add to your yoke. My father also chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions. Wherefore the king hearkened not unto the people, for the cause was from the Lord, that he might perform his saying, which the Lord spake by Ahijah the Shilonite unto Jeroboam the son of Nebat. So when all Israel saw that the king hearkened not unto them, the people answered the king, saying, what portion have we in David? Neither have we inheritance in the son of Jesse. To your tents, O Israel. Now see to thy own house. David, so Israel departed into their tents. So the kingdom split. They rebelled. Big old rebellion, okay? But as for the children of Israel which dwelt in the cities of Judah, Rehoboam reigned over them. Then King Rehoboam sent Adoram, who was over the tribute, and all Israel stoned him with stones, that he died. Therefore King Rehoboam made speed to get him up to his chariot to flee to Jerusalem. So Israel rebelled. Didn't we just say that? With that bad advice against the house of David unto this day. And it came to pass, when all Israel heard that Jeroboam was come again, that they sent and called him into the congregation, and made him king over all Israel. There was none that followed the house of David, but the tribe of Judah only. So you got 10 tribes, don't stretch straight away from Judah. Benjamin always stays with Judah. And when Rehoboam was come to Jerusalem, he assembled all the house of Judah and the tribe of Benjamin. I just told you that. 180,000 chosen men. 180. If one score is 20, how many is 80? Put it in the comments. So how many people came up to deal with this? If one score is 20, how much is 80? It says 180,000. Thank you. So 180,000 chosen men, which were warriors, to fight against the house of Israel, to bring the kingdom again to Rehoboam the son of Solomon. But the word of God came unto Shemaiah the man of God, saying, speak unto Rehoboam the son of Solomon, king of Judah, and unto all the house of Judah and Benjamin, and to the remnant of the people, saying, thus says the Lord, you shall not go up nor fight against your brethren, the children of Israel. Return every man to his house, for this thing is from me. They hearkened therefore to the word of the Lord, and returned to depart according to the word of the Lord. Then Jeroboam built Shechem in Mount Ephraim, and dwelt therein, went out from thence, and built Peniel. And Jeroboam said in his heart, now shall the kingdom return to the house of David. If this people go up to do sacrifice in the house of the Lord at Jerusalem, then shall the heart of this people turn again unto their Lord, even unto Rehoboam king of Judah, and they shall kill me, and go again to Rehoboam king of Judah. Whereupon the king took counsels, and made 2 calves of gold, and said unto them. Now you see the counsel he keep taking counsel from young people. Now they done made 2 golden calves. You cannot get advice from someone who is your age if you're a young man. I would say 25 and down. Don't ask no advice from somebody that's 25 and down. You get advice from your elders. See what they did in their life, what action they took. Because these elders done been to hell and back. Without them, you wouldn't be able to go to restaurants right now. Without the fight they did, without all the loss they lost. Some of these elders done took their homes and spent all their money to buy this house. And when they pass away, they give it to their children, and their children sell it for $30,000 just to go on the trip. They don't put their whole heart in that home. That house is called generational wealth. How you gonna get generational wealth and you knocking back what the elders did? Whereupon the king, 1 Kings chapter 12, verse 28. 1 Kings chapter 12, verse 28. Whereupon the king took counsels and made 2 calves of gold and said unto them, it is too much for you to go up to Jerusalem. Behold thy gods, O Israel, which bought thee out of the land of Egypt. And he said the one in Bethel, and the other put he in Dan. And this thing became a sin for the people, went to worship before the one, even unto Dan. And he made a house of high places and made priests of the lowest of the people, which were not of the sons of Levi. You see what he doing? Total opposite. In Israel, only Levites can be priests. He just doing what he want to do. Taking counsel from young people. Instead of taking the counsels from the elders, the same elders that served his dad. This is you. You got your grandfather left. You got your grandmama left. You got people with hoary heads. Talk to them. See what they did to get out of the situation. Stop calling your girlfriend, because she really don't know what she's talking about. Stop calling your homeboy. Talk to somebody that got some knowledge, your elders. First Kings chapter 12, verse 30. And this thing became a sin for the people, went to worship before the one, even unto Dan. And he made a house of high places and made priests of the lowest of the people, which were not of the sons of Levi. And Jeroboam ordained a feast in the 8th month on the 15th day of the month, like unto the feast that is in Judah. And he offered upon the altar, so did he in Bethel, sacrifices unto the calves that he had made. And he placed in Bethel the priests of the high places which he had made. Hold on. Good morning. Thanks for calling 1213. How can I help you? Good morning. Thanks for calling 1213. How can I help you? First Kings chapter 12, verse 33. So he offered upon the altar which he had made in Bethel the 15th day of the 8th month, even in a month when he had devised his own heart, and ordained a feast unto the children of Israel. And he offered upon the altar and burnt incense. Not listening to the elders. Please keep this in mind. Keep it in mind. You got these pastors out here so young, they unlearn. What's the boy named Todd? Watch him closely. He's still in the streets. When you get in this word in this book, this is what you need to be telling people, because you're trying to edify them. You're trying to save them. You're trying to send them straight to Christ. Head over to Ephesians. Let's get them out. I think all 291 of y'all reading with me. Pay close attention. Your elders, you got to take care of them. Just don't let them fall by the wayside. They don't fought in wars, all type of stuff. And look at the world. Can you imagine these World War vets don't fall for this country? And look at it. Look at the month we in. They sure wasn't fighting for that. Head over to Ephesians. I heard that, Big Sean. Ephesians chapter 6. Let me know when you get over there, family. What's up, Easy? Let me know when you get over there. Ephesians chapter 6. Shed alive, shed alive. Tap away. We need ears up in here this morning. You over there, Tanisha? Deanna over there, Ephesians chapter 6. Ephesians chapter 6, we want verses 1 through 4. Ephesians chapter 6, 1 through 4. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor thy father and mother, which is the first commandment with promise. Put that on your paper. The first commandment with promise. What does that mean? What does that mean? Listen closely. That it may be well with thee, and that thou mayest live long on the earth. That's the promise. If you respect your mother and your father, God promised you more days on this earth. You'll live long that way. That's not happening these days. These kids don't have no respect for their own parents. You can tell by the time they get to you. These kids don't respect their own parents. How you think they're going to respect you? This is what we're talking about, the elders today. And there's so many stipulations that society have put before us to make it hard for your kids to respect you. You can't spank your babies like you used to when I was coming up. I'm Gen X. We got hit with everything but the kitchen sink. I'm Generation X. We was getting popped. I'm gonna explain something to you. When we was coming up in Generation X, if you did something, I'm gonna tell you something, the principal kicked your butt. After the principal kicked your butt, your teacher kicked your butt. After your teacher kicked your butt, your mama on the phone talking about calling your uncle. Let me tell you what this little big head ugly mug done. Here come your uncles to kick your butt. Not to mention the whole block know what you did, and everybody down the block is whooping your butt. Try that now. Try that now. You can't even say nothing to nobody else's kid. They dead to the wrong. You say, hey man, stop man. Here come their parents. Don't be talking to my baby like that. That's what's wrong with society. The elders is missing. Their voice is gone. Their input is missing. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 1 through 4. Let's read it to them again. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor thy father and mother, which is the first commandment with promise, that it may be well with thee, and that thou mayest live long on the earth. Now listen closely. And you fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. So don't be teaching them drug dealing. Teach them, thou shalt not steal. Don't teach them how to beat on women. Teach them how to love their mother. If your child see you punching on their mama, what you think he gonna do when he grow up? If your child, your son, see you with woman after woman after woman coming in the house, what you think he gonna do when he grow up? If your daughter see you, young lady, with man after man after man, what you think she gonna do when you're not paying attention? See, when you have these babies, it ain't about you no more. You got to get them right. You got to get them situated. You the elder, but you still acting like a child. Read your book and groom them and grow them up in these words. That's how, Father, you'll never bring your child to wrath. Head over to Exodus. Let's see what he's talking about. I appreciate you, all 293 of y'all reading with me. I do, I love it. I wanted y'all to notice this morning because it's getting hot. It's getting summertime. It's getting summertime. And you can't let our old folks fall by the wayside. Some people don't put their old heads in nursing homes and just stuff them away. Don't even go visit them. Don't even go see them. And if it wasn't for you, you wouldn't be here. If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't even be here. Exodus chapter 20, let's get them out. Exodus chapter 20, let's get them out. You there yet? Hand rock over there. Morning, family. Good to see y'all, man. Exodus chapter 20. Exodus chapter 20, verse 12, just the one. We just need the one. Listen closely. Now he said, honor your father, your mother is the first commandment with promise. That's very important because we're going to break that down. Morning, brother. That's all you got for me this morning? You got a little more? Come on. Exodus chapter 20. Let me know when you get over to Exodus chapter 20, verse 12. Let's read it to him. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. You too, brother. Have a good one. You looking at somebody who ain't never had a mama nor a dad. I never had a mother or a father growing up. I left my family at 6 years old. So when I'm running around here, these people talking about they don't like their mom and they don't like their dad and they wish that, bro, do you know what you're doing? You writing yourself an early ticket to the grave. God just made that clear. If you don't respect your parents, that is an early ticket straight to the grave. I never had mom and dad, man. And I don't understand how people disrespect their mother and their dad, no matter what mistakes they made in their life. My mother and my father was Jesus Christ and Father God. And when I was reprimanded, I was reprimanded. When I was chastised, I was chastised. When I was punished, I was punished. But some of y'all got physical mom and dad. And physical mom and dad maybe did a little drugs or neglected you a little bit or allowed some nasty stuff to happen to you. You still honor them. You don't forget the troubles. You pray for them. Never had that. I never had that experience in life. Let's read it to him again. Listen closely. Because this is what the cause of all these little bitty coffins. People don't think about God. These kids is running off at their mouth and leaving your house and they not making it back because they don't disrespected their parents. Or you think it's because they had a run-in with the drug dealer? No. Or you think they had a run-in with a bad car accident? No. God don't play. God said, you disrespect your parents, that'll shorten your days. My son was 22 years old when he died. He was in a car accident. And he did this drug called K2. And he smoked it and some guys twisted his mind. And he started disrespecting his parents. Disrespecting everybody. And if God ain't the truth, I don't know what to tell you. I cried for my son for many days. Because I know what had happened to him. My foster sister the same way. People don't watch God, he's not a liar. And you think it's something else though. Oh, that's something else. No. These coffins are small because people are not respecting their parents. If you can't respect your parents, there's no way on God's green earth that you're going to know anything about God. You can't even respect a earthly father. How you going to respect the heavenly father? Head over to Matthews. Let's get them out. All 303 of y'all, I appreciate y'all reading with me. I want you to know, look at your baby today. Because some of these kids is growing up turning their parents into pieces of toast. Yeah. These kids is growing up and turning their parents into a piece of toast because their parents want to be their friend. You know, their parents want to do lashes with them and throw wigs on them with them. They want to be their peer. That you can't, Keep doing that. That's why these kids think everybody is who they are because they don't even got a parent in their home. I'm a lot older, so I have to pick up my pace with my son because I'm not as young as I used to be. I got to do things. I got to go far and beyond now because I don't have the energy I used to have, the strength I used to have. But if I want my child to be growth and developed, I got to step up. And it'd be my fault if he faltered in life somewhere because I had the opportunity to teach him and I didn't. Matthew chapter 15. Let's get him out. Y'all are the truth. You keep gird with these words. You look at your baby and you get it cracking. Summer is here. You got old folks. You got all y'all. Come on. We got to break this cycle going on in this world. Somebody got to do it. If it ain't nothing but y'all 320 to figure it out to do it, do it. Matthew chapter 15. Let's read it to them. Matthew chapter 15. We want verses 3 through 9. Let me know when you get over there, family. You there, Greg? Queen, you over there, Queen Chelsea the Great? Good morning. Hey, Shanice. Diana. Thank you, Brandy. Kimberly F. Come on, Kimberly F. Let's read this to them. Matthew chapter 15. Shed alive. Matthew chapter 15. Did I see okay now here? Good morning, okay now. Let's do it. Matthew chapter 15, verse 3 and 9. But he answered and said unto them, why do you also transgress the commandments of God by your traditions? Now here you had the Sadducees and the Pharisees tripping because the disciples didn't wash their hands while they was eating. Jesus is telling them, bro, all the stuff y'all doing, y'all got all these laws and all these rules. All these laws and all these rules, and you can't even do the commandments of God. How? How you doing this, this, and this, and ain't doing the commandments of God? Let's go. For God commanded, saying, honor thy father and mother, and he that curses father or mother, let him die the death. There you go. Thought I was making that up? You don't know. These people do not know about our God. He don't play that with the parents. He said, you're going to die to death. And these kids don't know that because the parents ain't teaching them. You better tell them, either respect me or what can I do for you? Come on. Put a marker right there. Put a marker right there. Let's put a marker right there. Because this ain't no, head over to Exodus. We're going to put a marker on that. We're going to come back to that. We just want one over there in Exodus. People don't understand this. Shed alive. Respect, and people don't left their parents. I wish I did have my mom, and my mom got destroyed. By the time I touched my mom, somebody killed her. They shot her in the head. Ain't that something? As soon as I got in touch, as soon as I got to touch her, yeah, they took her out. And people disrespectful to their parents. Head over to Exodus 21. Let's get them out. Let's get this one, just the one. Exodus 21. Exodus 21. Let me read this to you. Exodus 21, verse 17. Listen closely. Just the one. Exodus 21, verse 17. And he that curses his father or his mother, what that say? Shall surely be put to death. So what's up, Solid? So you mean to tell me that's one of Israel's black folk? That's a law? You should be you little children running around here cussing out your mama and your daddy, and back in the day they should turn you into a piece of toast. Yeah. So now you know what Jesus was telling the Sadducees and Pharisees. He was telling them Exodus chapter 21, verse 17, and he said it just like this. And he that curses his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. That's what we're talking about. All these people on these TikToks, you got all these old heads up here. No matter what they saying about God, then you got these young people down here saying what they saying about God. Here they go fighting. They have no middle ground. At one point, he said, man, that's my elder. I got to just respect my elders. Let me just respect. Even if the elder is dead wrong, just learn to shut your mouth. Because even though that's not your biological father, that's still somebody's father. That's still somebody's mother. And you don't understand that father. Oh, just because that ain't my father, that's still somebody's father and that's still somebody's mother. And if you disrespecting them, and he that curses his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. Bottom line. Just because it ain't yours, that mean you're going to disrespect somebody else's. Same thing. You'll be a piece of toast. Now head back over to Matthew. Let's get them out. So you see what Jesus was talking about. Now come on. Let me know when you get back over there. Let me know when you get back over to Matthew chapter 15. I appreciate all 320 y'all. It's Tuesday. Another week of grace. And we reading together again, y'all. We ready? Let's do it. Come on, Big Sean. Let's give it to him. Let's do it to him again. Matthew chapter 15, verses 3 through 9. Come on. But he answered and said unto them, why do you also transgress the commandments of God by your traditions? For God commanded, saying, honor thy father and mother. And he that curses father or mother, let him die the death. You know what that said. Exodus 21, verse 17. Write that on your paper. So people can't play with you. But you say, whosoever shall say to his father or his mother, it is a gift, by whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me. You hear this? So now you got some of these kids. They got more money than their parents. They got some social media money, made it big. They may have had a great idea and it's worth something, and they got all this money and they treating their parents like crap. They say, hey man, I pay your bills, I buy your food. You ain't nothing to me, mom and dad. You can't do that. You cannot do that. If you are a child and you get well endowed over your parents, it is your job to take care of them because they took care of you. Listen closely. But Matthew chapter 15, verse 5, let's read it to him again. But you say, whosoever shall say to his father or his mother, it is a gift, by whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me. And honor not his father or his mother, he shall be free. Thus have you made the commandments of God of none effect by your traditions. All these man-made traditions. That is a tradition of man. Look it up. That is a tradition of man. Man got all these kind of traditions. Hey, man, hey, they tell you in the school, hey, if your father, your mother whoop you, just call the police on them. That's what you're telling your kids. That's what the teachers tell your kids. Now if anybody on this earth understand, that is a very thin line between chastisement, spanking, and abuse. Very thin line. But this Bible tells you if you spare the rod, you spoil a child. You understand these things? And if you're walking around letting your child do whatever he want to do, it's somebody in the world who's not going to let your child do what he want to do. He's going to turn him into a piece of toast. If you let your child steal and all this, he's going to steal from the wrong person outside and going to be turned into a piece of toast. If you let your child talk to you all any old kind of way and attack you and argue, he's going to think it's good to do somebody out that door and get turned into a piece of toast because you ain't told him. Everybody, not you. You think somebody going to take your smart mouth child? Teach your baby. Stop it at home so when they leave the home, I know so many of my friends caught it like that. They do anything in the house, and as soon as they get outside, they run up on the wrong ball. And they done. Ain't no rebuttals, ain't none of it. They done. Small little coffin. Stop it while you got a chance. You're not their friend. You are their protector. You are the one that's putting brain cells in them. If you can't give them nothing, give them common sense. Because don't nobody love your baby like you. Better tell them, Kim H. Don't nobody love your child like you do. So if you want to act like, it's okay to steal and take what you want to take, as soon as you get outside, it's somebody named Ray Ray and them don't have that. Take from Ray Ray and Pookie and Junie and them, Yeah. Flower bringing is slow singing. Matthew chapter 15, verse 7. You hypocrites, what did I say or prophesy of you, saying, this people draweth near unto me with their mouth and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrine the commandments of men. This is the word. Every commandment that men is running by is the commandment of man. Starting from Sunday on down. It ain't no commandments being done by God. What's up, y'all, dog? Teach your kids. So you don't want nobody else to teach them. I'm him. I go around, there's so many kids that come through here, and I look at them like, where your parents at? I heard that, look at Honeydew, scared to go to jail, but they're not even scared to go to jail these days until they get there. They're not even scared. The old heads is messed up themselves because they want these kids to think they tough, and what we talked about having a police record. What do a lot of the elderly old heads do? They've been in the gangs and all that. They want to promote themselves. They still want to be, you are the dumbest criminal in the world because look at your record. You got caught. I wasn't a smart criminal. My record is like a phone book, and I kept getting caught. So therefore, I'm not a guy. Why would I tell somebody that? Why would I want to tell a young boy like I'm some type of gangster, and every time on my record I'm getting caught? That's not a good criminal. I'm sorry, like you're not good. If you got a police record, they keep catching you. Teach them why not to do that. Don't make no sense. They got your kids doing all kind of stuff when they not with you. So when they with you, you got to make sure that whatever you teaching them is like concrete in their mind. Whatever it is that you want to show them your virtues, you want to teach them about your God. Let me say that again. You want to teach your children about your God. Because there's a God around, he's everything. You got a gay God, you got a Christmas God, you got an Easter God, you got a God on Sunday. You got all these different gods. Make sure you know about this one, the one that's in this book. First of all, this girl Kiki, before I block you, she said, I'm so glad God don't judge like man. Who you think Jesus died on the cross for? First of all, Jesus is going to judge all men. Worse than any man can ever judge another man. Because second, if Jesus is going to tell you, you can go into that lake of fire. You must be one of them parents that's friends doing lashes with your daughter. Let me block you. Because we don't like people. I don't like people like that in my life. Yeah, you dead. Look at your picture. You got to go. Don't come up in here like that no more. Go play with somebody else, sister. Don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. We ain't doing nothing but reading. And this person want to get up here and say, hey, I want to be friends with my daughter. I'm just reading a book. You can do whatever you want to do. But you got to go up out of here. Get over to Proverbs, family. Let's get them out. I really wanted to share this with y'all this morning because it's getting hot. It's getting summertime. And y'all need to really wake up. Y'all the saints. Y'all standing in the midst. Y'all holding back so much destruction. Hey, Tanya. So much destruction. You got to take care of these old folks, man. You got to. That's religion. That is the definition. Don't worry about it, Tanya. That's the definition of religion. Taking care of widows and fatherless kids like me. I had an army of folks. I had an army of elderly I remember all their names. They wasn't elderly, but they was older than me, and they took care of me, and they got me to what I am today. If I would have listened to him more, I probably would have been a lot better. I had people like a guy named Andre Cozy, a young lady named Marie Verger, who was almost my mother/sister. If I needed a loaf of bread, that woman was coming. People like Michelle Caldwell told me how to be a man. This was a woman. Stop being a little boy. David Williams taught me about my size. Leroy Mack taught me how not to be a bully. Keith Lee taught me not how to be a bully because I was a big guy. All these people is in my life. Delton, Marianne, all of them. Hundreds. I was awarded a state. I was in foster care. And we cried. They cried with me. They anything I needed. One of them in particular, Marie Verger, if I had any type of dollar, I owe it to her. That woman was by my side. And some of y'all got people like this in your life and you don't realize that they in your life. You don't realize who they are. Because sometimes your mama is lacking, but God gonna send that mama figure there to help you learn how to cook, to help you know how to put your clothes on properly. Sometimes your mama's out there, but God gonna take care of his. Sometimes your dad is out there. He gonna send that father figure to you, to guide you through the rough times. You just gotta pick up on it. But don't blame your mom and your dad. They fate is their own. You just do what God told you and you honor them. I told you I had an army of people that took care of me. I can't get enough of them. And I love them and I thank God for them. All of them. Okay? Oprah Winfrey too. Yeah? Oprah Winfrey too. It wasn't her, she funded me. Oprah Winfrey made sure I had a place to stay, an education, without her pocket. Y'all think I'm playing, don't you? I'm not. Okay? I just wanted to share that with y'all. Proverbs chapter 16, let's get them out. Look at the people in your life. Look at the old heads in your life. Look at the things they're telling you. And pay attention to them. They ain't just talking. You know, they're not just talking to be talking. Pay attention to the words coming out of their mouth. Proverbs chapter 16, we want one over there, 31. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 31. Listen closely. The hoary head is a crown of glory if it be found in the way of righteousness. Who knows what a hoary head is? Put it in the comments. Who knows what a hoary head? Some of y'all got hoary heads. Big Sean got a hoary head and a hoary beard. I just seen them get it cut. Your elders, Tanya. Just like that elderly lady that helped you in that church. That's what we're talking about. That's right. Look at the family. Baseballs, knock them out the park. Knock them out the park. This is a hoary head. You see all that platinum and stuff all up in my head? Some of y'all got that in your head, but listen to the scripture closely. Listen to the scripture closely. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 31. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 31. Listen closely to what it says. The hoary head is a crown of glory if it be found in the way of righteousness. Some people got hoary heads and they ain't on the path of righteousness. Nope. Nope. Pay attention to that. Because a lot of people say, oh man, he wise. Look at his head. No. He ain't wise. Look in the back pocket. He got a brick of Wild Hours Rose in his back pocket. He looking at that 13-year-old girl's booty. He got a gray head and hoary head, but look at him. When your hoary head is telling people thou shalt not, then you under righteousness. And you walking and you living by it and doing it, then you under righteousness. And that hoary head is worth something. You understand what I'm saying? Some of y'all got this on top of y'all head right now. Put it in the comments. Who got a hoary head in my life? In my family. Be honest. Who got a hoary head? Please, I'm going to show you mine. So Lisa got one. Tanisha got one. Tanya got one. So what do you think that is, Kevin? Huh, what do you think that is? Now look at yourself in the mirror. Look at Miss Goody. Look at Greg, okay. You got a hoary head and a hoary beard. Look at yourself. Look what you do. How do you treat people? Some of them turn pure white. Look at family, man, pure white. Are you telling people thou shalt not? Yeah. I bet you are. I bet you that's you. Thou shalt not. Little sister, don't do that. Yo, brother, stop coloring it, Michelle. Let me read it to you again, because that's glory. Stop painting your hair. Come on, let's read it to him again. Hoary head, long as it's found in righteousness. And there's so many scriptures about the hoary head in this book. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 31. Good morning. The hoary head is a crown of glory. And Michelle keep painting hers. Michelle, you better stop. You better let it sprout. And it twinkles in the sun. Come on. The hoary head is a crown of glory if it be found in the way of righteousness. If it be found in the way of righteousness. Listen to the bottom part. If it be found in the way of righteousness. You understand these things? If you walking around thou shalt not, you walking and talk doing your commandments, dietary law, Sabbath day, and you and your head hoary, that's you all day long. All day long, don't even know it. And it's going to get more and more and more. The more you walk in this word, the more and more and more it's going to get. People say, oh, you stressing out. No, you ain't. Because you don't figure out things when you were 17. I had a patch of this in my head when I was 17. Okay? Use your wisdom for God, because he's the one that gave it to you. What's wisdom? What's earthly wisdom? Used to sell dope. We learned how to spread a eighth of the key, turn that boy almost to a half a slab using B12. Mixing up with the B12s, cook it. Yeah. And thought we was wise, we wizards, we got this, Crazy. All that weak, devilish knowledge that people use, just devilish. Driving people straight to the damn lake of fire. And I always tell you the lake of fire is damned. Godly wisdom. Godly wisdom. Let them know. There is a lake of fire for your behavior, young sister. There is a lake of fire for your behavior, young brother. Now, this is what you do, because you got wisdom. You let them know what to do from a holy and godly, as not your own opinion. Read this book and give them information. You got anything you need to know is up in here. What's up, Jeff? Okay? Check for them hoary heads and watch their demeanor. If them people got hoary heads and they kick in this book, you sit back and you eat. You eat. But if they got hoary heads and they kicking poop, you move along. They be on this TikTok talking about they all godly. I be looking at their head and then looking what's coming out their mouth. It's not fitting the puzzle. You're missing a few pieces. Okay? Head over to Ruth. Sit back, get you a Chico stick, pack a now, ladies. I'm about to read this whole book. If you want to hear about some elderly people, if you want to see how they take care of elderly, how these girls, watch this young woman. We're about to read the whole book of Ruth. Let's get them out. Let's see what this is about. All right? Elderly. That's what we're talking about this morning, the elderly. Let's sit back and read this book, Chico stick, now, ladies. Get you a pickle. Yeah. Cup of Kool-Aid, orange, whatever it takes. Let me read this to you. All right? It ain't going to hurt you.